In the history of southern Cameroon's struggle for identity and self-determination, one name stands out as a voice of law, diplomacy, and resistance. Felix Agbor Balla, a trained international lawyer, a former United Nations legal officer and a key figure in the Anglophone crisis in Cameroon. His journey would take him from global diplomatic corridors to the streets of Buea and into the center of one of Cameroon's most defining political conflicts. Felix Agbor Balla built his career on law and international governance. With strong academic credentials in international law and human rights, he eventually worked within the United Nations system, gaining experience in global legal frameworks and international justice mechanisms. His exposure to international diplomacy shaped his understanding of governance, minority rights, and constitutional law. Working in international institutions gave him a broader perspective, one that would later influence his activism back home in Cameroon. But while he was building a global career, tensions were slowly rising in his homeland. Cameroon's Anglophone regions, Northwest and Southwest, have long expressed concerns over marginalization within the predominantly Francophone state. These grievances date back to colonial history, when British Southern Cameroons joined the Republic of Cameroon in 1961 following a UN-sponsored plebiscite. Over the decades, issues surrounding legal system differences, educational structures, political representation, cultural identity became increasingly sensitive. By 2016, lawyers and teachers in the Anglophone regions began protesting what they described as the erosion of the common law system and English-speaking institutions. Felix Agbor Balla emerged as a central figure during this period. In 2016, Felix Agbor Balla became president of the Cameroon Anglophone Civil Society Consortium, a group representing lawyers and teachers' grievances. The movement initially called for reforms: respect for the common law system, protection of English-speaking educational institutions, greater decentralization. At first, the protests were largely peaceful, but tensions escalated rapidly. Demonstrations spread across cities like Bamenda and Buea. The government responded with security crackdowns, internet shutdowns, and arrests. In January 2017, Felix Agbor Balla was arrested by Cameroonian authorities. He was charged under anti-terrorism laws, a move that drew international attention and concern from human rights organizations. Balla's arrest marked a turning point. He was detained for months in Yaoundé. International organizations, including human rights groups, called for his release, arguing that peaceful civic activism should not be criminalized. His background as a former UN legal officer added global visibility to the case. After several months in detention, and following mounting international pressure, he was released in August 2017. By then, however, the Anglophone crisis had escalated into a broader conflict, with separatist groups emerging and clashes increasing in the Northwest and Southwest regions. Although Felix Agbor Balla initially advocated for federalism and legal reforms within Cameroon, the crisis evolved into an armed separatist conflict. His role became complex. Some viewed him as a moderate voice seeking dialogue and constitutional reform. Others saw him as part of a broader Southern Cameroon's political awakening. His influence lies not in commanding armed groups, but in shaping legal and political discourse around Anglophone identity and governance. He continued advocating for dialogue between the government and Anglophone leaders, respect for human rights, a peaceful political solution. Today, the crisis remains unresolved, with ongoing security challenges in parts of the Anglophone regions. Felix Agbor Balla's story reflects the complexity of the Southern Cameroon's question. From the halls of the United Nations to detention in Yaoundé. From international diplomacy to grassroots activism. His journey mirrors the broader struggle over identity, governance, and unity in Cameroon. Whether viewed as an activist, legal reform advocate, or political figure, his role in the Anglophone movement has become part of Cameroon's modern political history. And as the search for lasting peace continues, the question remains: can dialogue overcome division? Can law guide reconciliation? The story of Southern Cameroons is still unfolding, and history is still being written.